What if I told you that just 60 minutes a day, one single hour, could rebuild your habits, rewire your mindset, and redefine the direction of your life? Would you believe it? Most people won't. They'll say they don't have time. They'll say it sounds too simple. Or they'll say change needs some big breakthrough, luck, money, motivation, the right moment. But here's the truth. Change doesn't come from waiting. It comes from building. And the building starts with just 1 hour. 1 hour where you're not reacting to the world, but creating your own. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest voices in personal development, said, "Your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change." James Clear, the voice behind Atomic Habits, adds, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." This isn't theory. This is about action. And today, you're going to learn how to create a system, a simple, repeatable routine that can literally build a new life, 60 minutes at a time. We'll break it down into 3 powerful chapters. First, how to build a transformational morning ritual, even if you've never had one. Then, how to protect that hour from distractions and use it to build an identity, not just a to-do list. And finally, how to reflect, re-energize, and use that time to build not just results, but legacy. This is the hour of power. And the best part, you don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You don't need more time. You just need to take back 1 hour a day. Let's begin. Your future doesn't begin someday. It begins the moment you wake up. That first hour of your day isn't just time. It's a window, a launch pad, a mirror that reflects who you're becoming. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." And there's no better time to practice discipline than in the first 60 minutes after you wake up. But here's what most people do. They grab their phone. They scroll. They check what everyone else is doing. But they never check in with themselves. And because they don't take control of their mornings take control of them. And if you lose the first hour, the rest of the day is already off track. James Clear teaches, "Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become." So what are you voting for when your first hour is full of noise, distraction, and reaction? The world won't hand you focus. You have to build it. And that starts with creating a ritual, not just a routine. Hal Elrod, author of The Miracle Morning, calls this hour the foundation of transformation. He recommends combining reading, writing, silence, movement, gratitude, and vision right at the start of your day. Why? Because these aren't tasks. They're tools, and they help you build the future version of you. Robin Sharma, author of the 5 a.m. Club, takes it further. He teaches that the early morning is the most sacred time for growth. No distractions, no noise, just space to think, to feel, and to align. You don't need to start at 5 a.m., but you do need to start with intention. Let's look at people who did. Kobe Bryant used to train at 4 a.m. before school, before anything. Why? Because he wasn't trying to beat his opponents. He was trying to beat yesterday's version of himself. Arnold Schwarzenegger, before becoming an icon, would wake early to work out and then read books on philosophy and self-mastery. He didn't just build muscle. He built a mindset. Anna Wintour, editor-in-chief of Vogue, plays tennis at 5 a.m. That's not about fitness. It's about clarity and rhythm. She starts with control, so the rest of her day follows. And Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, journals every morning before reading email. She says that writing down ideas, fears, and gratitude helped her stay grounded, even while building a billion-dollar brand. These aren't random habits. These are power rituals. They prime the mind. They prepare the body. They plant the seeds of identity. This isn't about copying someone else's routine. It's about creating your hour. One that aligns with who you want to be. You don't need a gym. You don't need the perfect journal. You don't need fancy apps. You just need a decision. Start with 10 minutes of silence. Then write down 3 things you're grateful for. Read 5 pages of a book that stretches your thinking. Stretch your body. Breathe deeply. Picture the person you're becoming. Then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. Because the first hour isn't just about what you do. It's about who you choose to be, before the world tells you who you're supposed to be. This is how transformation begins. Not in one giant leap, but in one quiet, focused hour. You don't have to be a morning person. You just have to be a person with a reason. And when your reason is clear, your ritual becomes non-negotiable. So let me ask you, if tomorrow's version of you could thank you today, what would they say? You've started your day with intention. You've planted the seed. But now comes the part most people skip, protecting it. That first hour you just built, it's gold. But if you don't guard it, the world will steal it. Text, a notification, a quick favor, and suddenly your hour's gone. Jim Rohn warned, don't spend major time on minor things. But that's exactly what happens when you let others control your time. James Clear says, the ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. And habits don't stick when they get interrupted every other day. You need to draw the line. Not because you're rude, but because you're serious. You wouldn't let someone steal your paycheck, right? So why let them steal your most valuable hour? Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, teaches that focus isn't something you find. It's something you protect. He blocks his day like a fortress, guarding every minute that matters. And it's not just authors and experts. Steve Jobs was known for saying no more than he said yes. Not because he didn't care, because he cared deeply. He believed that focus was about eliminating distraction, not adding more to your life. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in small cafes with headphones in, tuned out from the world. She didn't wait for a quiet life to start writing. She created quiet inside the noise. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, doesn't just protect her training. She protects her mental space. No phones, no requests, just full focus when it's time to become better. These aren't just habits. They're boundaries. And boundaries create space for greatness. This is where your power hour becomes something more than a task. It becomes sacred, strategic, non-negotiable. So how do you protect it? You treat it like an appointment with your future. You block it in your calendar. You name it. You tell your family, your team, your friends, this is your growth time. No distractions. No scrolls. No apologies. And then you act. Because guarding time without using it is like saving money you never invest. This is where you bring identity to life. You don't just read about business, you write the pitch. You don't just listen to a podcast, you take a note and use it. You don't just plan the project, you start building it. Napoleon Hill, in Think and Grow Rich, said, knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when, and if, is organized into definite plans of action. Brendan Burchard teaches that clarity comes after action, not before. You learn more by doing than by thinking. So this is where you stop consuming and start creating. This is how identity is built. One protected hour, one bold action, one small win at a time. Say it with me. Just 1 hour every day, no excuses. You don't have to fix your life today, but you can vote for who you want to become right now. So ask yourself, what's the one thing I can build today that my future self will thank me for tomorrow? You've built your morning. You've protected your hour. You've started acting with purpose. But now it's time to refine. Because greatness doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing better. Jim Rohn used to say, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. And that's not just about health. It's about energy. Because without energy, your dreams get tired. Your goals slow down. Your purpose dims. This hour you're building, it's not just mental. It's physical. Because your body fuels everything else. James Clear puts it this way. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. And few habits pay off more than taking care of your energy every single day. David Goggins, once overweight and broken, transformed into a Navy SEAL and ultramarathon runner. Not because he had better genetics, but because he made pain his fuel. He trained while others complained. He moved when others made excuses. You don't have to run 100 miles, but you do need to move your body. Stretch, breathe, walk. Do the basics consistently. Because when your energy rises, your clarity follows. Your ideas get sharper. Your mood lifts. Your vision expands. And after you've moved, there's one last thing: review the hour. Benjamin Franklin ended every day by asking, "What good have I done today?" He tracked his virtues. He corrected course daily, because he knew that small adjustments create massive changes over time. Oprah Winfrey says her journaling practice, writing what she's grateful for, what she's learning, and how she's growing, is what keeps her focused, even in chaos. Ariana Huffington, founder of Thrive Global, learned the hard way that burnout steals your potential. Now she protects her rest, her recovery, and her reflection time like a business meeting. This is your model. You build, you move, you reflect, then you do it again, better. That's how legacy is built. Not in one big moment, but in small, intelligent corrections. Imagine a plane flying from New York to Los Angeles. It's off course 90% of the time. But because the pilot keeps adjusting, it lands exactly where it's supposed to. So don't panic when you drift. Just come back. Every time you reflect, you regain control. Every time you adjust, you sharpen direction. Every time you repeat, you gain momentum. And with momentum comes confidence. And with confidence comes belief. Not just in your plan, but in yourself. Brian Tracy teaches that the act of reviewing your goals daily keeps them alive. It reminds your brain, this matters. Jordan Peterson says that taking personal responsibility, organizing your day, and correcting course is how we create meaning. Because a meaningful life isn't given. It's designed one disciplined hour at a time. Say it again with me. Just 1 hour every day, no excuses. This isn't about checking a box. It's about building a legacy that feels right, looks right, and lives on. So here's your question. If you repeated today's habits for the next year, where would they take you? And is that the life you actually want? You started this journey with a question. Can 1 hour a day really change your life? And now you know the answer. Yes, if you claim it. Yes, if you protect it. Yes, if you repeat it. Not once, not sometimes, but every day with purpose. You've seen what happens when you build a morning ritual. You've seen what happens when you shield your time like gold. You've seen what happens when you reflect, refine, and rebuild. Because this isn't just about productivity. It's not just about habits or goals or checklists. It's about who you're becoming. Jim Rohn taught us, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. So ask yourself, are you spending your time or investing it? Are you waiting for life to change? Or are you changing yourself one disciplined hour at a time? James Clear reminds us, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. 1 hour a day may not seem like much, but stack those hours and you start stacking momentum. Stack momentum and you start building belief. Stack belief and you build a whole new identity. That's not theory. That's real. That's how legacies are made. So if you've ever felt behind, if you've ever doubted your potential, if you've ever wondered if change is possible, let this be your answer. You don't need a new year. You don't need more motivation. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need 1 hour. 1 hour to rise. 1 hour to learn. 1 hour to act. 1 hour to reflect. 1 hour to grow. 1 hour to become. Because the person who controls their hour eventually controls their day. And the person who controls their day shapes their future. Say it with me one last time. Just 1 hour every day, no excuses. If this message moved you, share it. If it helped you, like it. And if you're ready to live it, subscribe and be part of the movement. Because 1 hour changed your thinking today. And tomorrow, it might just change your life.
Hey, incredible growth seekers. Wow, what a journey. If this video resonated, subscribe now for more life-changing content. Join our community of self-improvers. Smash that like button to fuel more content on mindfulness, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Share this video to create a ripple of positive change. Comment below about your growth journey. Your insights shape our content. Next week, boosting self-confidence and overcoming limiting beliefs. Don't miss it. Every interaction brings us closer to a world of empowered individuals. Let's make personal development global. Stay inspired, keep growing. Your best self awaits. Let's unlock it together.